like using natural light. I don't think my kitchen light's gonna work too well. But I just got done watching Any Given Sunday. I haven't watched that movie in it's been at least it's been at least man close to 6 7 years, something like that. It's been about 6 or 7 years since I've watched that movie. This isn't the version that I remember watching. Several things have been changed. I think I mentioned this in. Well, I'm currently in the process of trying to fill 4 slots uh, in like Mount Rushmore of horror. So along my journey down that road, I have watched several movies um, that have come out. Well, every movie I've watched so far has come out years and years ago. So over the years, certain versions were allowed to be given to the public. Kind of like, well, this is what the director wanted in the first place, or this is the version that was intended to be viewed to everybody, but it never got out, and then I wind up watching it, and of course that's my impression of it. And if it's not good or something's a little off, it's like it can leave a bad taste. That version of the movie may not be the best version, even though the director feels it is, which is weird to say, but you got so many degrees of separation from its actual creation because you got a writer, then you got a director. But anyway, back to Any Given Sunday. I don't remember the movie. I'm trying to block that light so I can get. Wait. Oh, there we go. Wait. Oh, wait. That's a little bit better. So, oh wait, I gotta do this for the whole video. Unless I want it blurry. That light is killing me. I'm just gonna try and keep it out of there. Okay, that's good. Oh wait, that's bad. Wait, that's better. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the version I grew up on because it's a classic. It's a classic as far as sports and like I want to say yeah, it's a classic as far as sports movies go. It can't be taken. That can't be taken from it. But seeing it with my eyes now versus when I was a little kid when it came out, I don't think I watched it initially when it was released in theaters. But I remember watching it probably a couple years after that. Well, no, I probably actually watched it within that year or the next year because DVDs I think were new by then. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I'm saying, oh, I'm talking about old technology now. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, it doesn't have the same kick it had. No pun intended. I don't know. It doesn't have the same kick it had when I was younger. I don't want to say it lost anything. If anything, it's like watching it with a whole new set of eyes. But basically, basically that's what I did. But I can say they did a great job of capturing uh, the psychological part of the game, or just I guess, the human side of it, really. And I don't mean that in a corny sense. I mean that in, well, even though these individuals are playing a game and they're invested in this team for whatever reason, maybe through through a lineage or through a bloodline or something like that, or they've given a big chunk of their life to this organization. They're still human at the end of the day, and the movie did a great job of portraying that. Also, I feel like it did a good job of just giving the perspective of the players and everybody else involved. Not that I've been in any of those positions. I just feel that was believable. I can say that much. Now, with that being said, it's time to talk about all its faults, in my opinion, of course. It's purely my opinion, and don't want to make I don't want to make it seem like my word is end all be all. It's just a lot of that. I think I think with a cast like this now, a lot of the names you probably won't remember off the top of your head. I had to think. I've seen so many of these faces in so many different movies, but just to give you an idea of how much talent they had at their disposal. I mean, come on, Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx. They had LL Cool J. They had Bill Bellamy. Who else did they? They had so many good actors and entertainers involved in this project. Oliver Stone directed it, for God's sakes. I mean, it was. It seems like they had pretty much everything they needed to make this movie something great, which I think they achieved that to a certain level, but they fell short. A lot of the acting was just it wasn't it wasn't up to the standard. Now I'll say this: a lot of this is early in a lot of these actors' careers, a lot of them, but not all of them. And this definitely wasn't his first time. This definitely wasn't Oliver Stone's first time making a film. By '99, I mean he's pretty much in the Hall of Fame of directors as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the movies that he's made, but I think the majority of his movies have been centered around uh, um, um, uh, wars or conflict of some sort. But I don't think you wouldn't think that that would take away from his ability to be a great director. But at least let me say what the movie is about before I get too deep into it. So it follows it follows the new owner of a fictional football team, as Cameron Diaz. She's taken over the reins from her recently deceased father. You have Al Pacino as the longtime head coach. You have Jamie Foxx as the third string quarterback. um, and of course, the football team is a character in itself. Um, but I want to say, I want to say it. I don't want to give it a 50-50. I don't want to say it's 50%, uh, 50% misuse of talent and 50% um, great use of setting and and hit or miss on the dialogue. But see, I have to start reaching for things to make it 50-50. So I can't say that it's 50% bad, 50% good. I'll say I'm not even going to give it a percentage of how good or bad it is. I'm just going to say it did a great job of capturing the emotion and showing the human side of all the actors, um, as far as the different positions are concerned within this world that they've created. I think they did a great job of that, but I just feel like the acting wasn't there. Uh, I know it was early in a lot of these actors' careers. Well, some of the actors that were given a more screen time. Um, and I got this weird feeling. I was trying to pinpoint it through the whole movie, but it seems like none of it flowed together. None of the story flowed together. It seems like the the placement of the scenes was great, but it seems like the dialogue in it didn't really match the actor, and it didn't match the flow. It didn't it lacked this ability to piece everything together. It was just like I don't even know how to explain it. It was like, what are they talking about now? I was like, I understand they're trying to uh, build an emotional connection, but they didn't even do a good job of building up each character. I mean, they were kind of like building the character as they go, which to me is like that's just not how you tell a good story. You can't just I feel like you can't just roll along and be like, oh, this is why this person's acting like that. You know, you have to give some backstory for the audience to create a connection with each character that you want a connection with. And if somebody comes in as comedic relief or just to be a bad guy, then so be it. But it seems like they were just like throwing stuff out there, trying to see what's going to stick. And I was like, I can't believe it because all these actors and this director, they've had great careers in Hollywood, but I guess I don't know what the reason was behind them just not making this a home run. I mean, they had it seems like they had everything in their favor to make this movie great, but and I have so much I have so much bias toward this movie because I grew up with this movie, but watching it now that I'm older, it's like it just falls short. It just falls short on its believability in some places. But man, I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I have to think about it some more. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to try and find. It's irking me that bad. I might have to just try and find the theatrical version, not the version I just watched, to try and just level back out a little bit because I remember this movie being way better than what I just saw. Hopefully, hopefully I gave a good enough explanation of what happened in the movie. I'm just kind of I'm just kind of lost right now. I don't know why this version just didn't hit like the last version. Well,